Okay. Looks like everything's working right. And we are live yet again. Okay, let's look at the question at hand. I always have fun with these questions because these are not really serious questions, but they make you think. They make your brain work thinking about these types of questions. These are, I guess, would be more under the lines of etiquette questions. And if I would be organized, I could get to the full question a little bit faster. But as you guys all know, anyone that's followed me long enough knows I'm very unorganized. Um, so, so, let's see here. Let's get to the question. In the email to myself, Justin explains everything. Justin, what do you think about how men, at least in America, our society, are expected, historically speaking, expected to pay for dinner on dates with women? Now, you notice this question is specifically though targeted towards um, men and women. This isn't about bisexual couples or gay couples, lesbian couples. This is strictly men and women, straight couples. What do you think about how men have always been kind of burdened with having to cover the tip, so to speak? Um, Make sure I got this right. Trying to read this email, and I'm having a hard time reading it because some of the spelling's off. Um, Paying for the dinner. Is it called for? Is it appropriate? Should guys have to pay? Should they go Dutch? Should women have to pay? Um, okay, I think I got the question right. So basically, in short, should men be the ones that have to pay for dinner on dates? I'm assuming it could include first dates, several dates, just any dates in general, taking a woman out. Should the man have to pay for the dinner? Um, Honestly, yeah, of course, I could keep it real simple and say in our society, blah, 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 that we live in over the history of dating, yeah, of course, the guy's always expected to pay. He's always expected to cover the tab. But being realistic and just being like completely um, non-sexist, non mainstream belief media, non-popular culture belief, and just keeping it real and to the point. I would honestly say that no, there shouldn't be a stigma put on that. The man shouldn't have to pay. He shouldn't be forced to have to pay for the dinner. Um, in fact, you could make a case where, let's say, a man and a woman's going out on a dinner date. The woman's a nurse. Let's say she's making $100,000 a year. The guy, on the other hand, let's say he's a janitor, making like $15,000 to $20,000 a year. Well, sure, the man, the janitor, could cover the tab. He could pay for it and be a gentleman, and earn some brownie points with the woman. But realistically, though, and like being fair, should he have to pay for the tab if he's only making 20,000 a year and his date's making 90 to 100,000 a year? I would say no, no, he shouldn't have to. It's not about yeah, it, it's not about money. It's not about you know standing up for, oh, I'm a guy, so I believe the guy should do this or shouldn't do that. I would say though, realistically, if we're just going to talk about being fair, who's not fair, what's being fair, what's fair. I don't know. I think people like. I know nobody hardly ever looks at this, but I think you should take a good hard look at um, the salary of each person. How much is the man making? How much is the woman making? If they're both making about the same, probably the guy should pay, being a gentleman. And if the guy's making more, then definitely the guy. But I feel like if like the woman's like got a really good career job, and she's making a ton of money and the guy's not, I definitely would not think it would be fair to say the guy should have to pay for the dinner, even if it's just like a cheap dinner. Um, I would say that it should, like, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, and I'm not trying to be like controversial or sound like a loser that doesn't believe in helping, women out. I think if the woman's making more money than the guy, then shouldn't she just pay for the dinner? Especially if it's a mutual thing and they both want to have this date. Shouldn't like she then pay? Me personally, to keep it real simple, instead of one person paying or the other person paying, I just believe go Dutch. Split it. The guy pays for his, the woman pays for hers. If it's going to be a big deal, just go Dutch. That way there's no hard feelings. Um, but like if someone has to pay, you know, no, I shouldn't say the guy should always have to pay every single time. I would not say that he should have to pay every time. But like I said, if the guy's making way more money and he's like rich or has a really good job at least, and the woman doesn't, then sure, the guy should at least step in and pay for the pay for the meal. I mean, that's the least he could do. Um, but I think it more has to do with the pay grade. If the woman's making more, she should probably pay. If the guy's making more, then he should pay. But to take care of both of these, you know, ideologies, these ways of thinking, if you just want to take care of both of them and get rid of the whole stigma and debate of, oh, who, he should pay or she should pay, just like I said a little bit ago, go Dutch, split the cost. You pay for yours, he pays for his. Um, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, from my personal experience in life with dating, I'll admit I always paid for the meal, my meal and the woman's meal. There was one time I didn't pay. It was a woman that I was dating that she had a really good job and she wanted to pay, and I was reluctant to do it. I was kind of like, I don't know, but I just let her do it. But besides the one woman in my life, I've always paid. But I'm not saying that you should have to always pay if you're the guy. I'm not saying you should always have to. But I did it more because, thinking about the old adage, the history of how men are supposed to pay, they're supposed to hold the door open, they're supposed to be gentlemanlike. So that's why I did it. But to take care of the whole problem, though, and to answer your question, and to keep it short and simple, um, no, the guy shouldn't have to always pay. Um, if he wants to, yes, go for it. Go for it. But if it's going to be a big deal and maybe the guy's not making a lot of money, maybe the woman's also not making a lot, um, then just split the cost down the middle 50-50. Go Dutch. You pay for yours, she pays for hers, vice versa. That's not a bad thing. I mean, especially if the woman's got a halfway decent job, she's got money coming in, and the guy's got some money coming in. If you just split the cost and go Dutch, you each pay for your own. That's not a big deal. It's actually pretty cheap doing it that way. Unless you're going to like a freaking 5-star restaurant, you know, where everything's expensive. But if you're just going to a reasonable restaurant, I'd say probably the best and simplest way to do it is Dutch. Going down the middle. No hard feelings either way. You're both paying for your own. Um, so yeah, that's my 2 cents that I'm giving you guys for what it's worth. Uh, so yeah, I think that about does it for this topic. I'm going to wrap this up here. And before I wrap it up, as you guys know, I like to thank all of you for watching these streams, liking and subscribing to these to my channel. Also, leaving comments down below in the comment section are great. And if you want me to make a stream just for you, request stream, you could always go to my about section on my channel on my front page, and then click on that, and then click on the email link and send me an email requesting a video or stream, and I'll try to get to it for you, as long as it's not too controversial or a subject that just goes way over my head and I don't get the subject, I don't understand it, then I won't be able to do it. But so let's see here. Also, guys, I want you to know, and I've said this before, I do this for free. It's fun. I don't charge. I don't ask for donations for doing these streams from anybody. It's all free content. And it's also meant to be a fun, relaxing stream and channel. This channel is not meant to be like dramatic, anything like that. It's meant to be fun, relaxing, for people to enjoy. So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to wrap this one up here. Like I said, I'll probably be back. I'll probably be doing more streams later today, this morning maybe, because I'm still a little bit behind on some of my requested emails in my email section, my requested videos. So I'm going to be doing more streams for you guys that have requested them, the ones that I understand, the ones that I can do. So yeah, I think that's going to cover it all here. And I hope I answered your question on this topic about men paying for dinner on dates. That's going to do it, guys. It's almost, what time is it? 5:35? Early in the morning here. I'm going to wrap this up. Like I said, I'm going to probably get started on another stream. I'll see what kind of questions I have in the requested section of my email. You guys all take care. Stay safe. Be healthy. Have fun. Enjoy this upcoming weekend. And peace out, guys.